So if you're a 10 tech HVAC shop on Housecall Pro, there's a decent chance that you're paying close to $3,000 a month all in, not just subscription. I mean, subscription, add-on, payment processing. And let's say 3 years ago, you probably signed up for $79 a month. So here's the question. If there's no contract, why does almost no growing shop actually leave? Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you the math, the 4 things that keep you stuck, and the 3 things that you can do this week to figure out if you've outgrown it. And to be fair, completely fair, Housecall Pro was probably the right move when you started. Let's say you had 1 truck, small team, cheap software, it worked, and then you grew. Now you've got 6 trucks, 2 office staff, 10,000 customers, and the software that felt cheap year 1 now feels a bit tight in year 3. And it doesn't mean you made a bad decision, it just means you outgrew it. So the question is, what do you do next? And quick intro about me, I'm Gitis, I'm building Run a Call, which is HVAC software for shops 1 to 20 techs. It's flat rate, no contract, no per tech fees. Now, I am not an HVAC tech, but I'm a software founder doing the math most owners never get shown once they start growing. And I also run an AI agency called Kunik. Cool. Now let me show you the receipts. Now, Housecall Pro actually shows pricing on the website. That alone puts them ahead of Service Titan, where you need 17,000 demos just to get a number. But watch this. So here you have your annual and you have your monthly. Annual pricing $59, $149, $299. Monthly you have $79, $189, $329. Same product, different price depending on whether you commit upfront. So the whole pitch is no contract. But the cheaper number requires a 12-month commitment, okay? And that's a contract. They just don't call it that. Now, most growing shops stay monthly because they don't want to just hand over a bunch of money for software they may want to leave. So for this whole video, I'm just going to use monthly numbers, okay? And you see here where it says up to 5 employees included. After that, there's a per employee fee. The site shows the current number when you click in, and that's the line nobody cares about when they're tiny, because when you're, let's say you're 1 truck, shop paying $79 a month, who cares, right? Okay, so where does the rest of this picture come from? So 2 places. First, g2.com. You can search terms like limitations or outgrew or whatever, and you'll find the same story over and over again. You can read something like left it early and maybe hit a ceiling later, okay? Second is Reddit. Now Reddit, there's a lot more on Reddit than there is on G2 or any other like forum or any other website. And you can search for Housecall Pro alternatives. This is literally posted 2 days ago. And same pattern. It's great when we were small, tight once we grew. Now let me put the math on the board. Okay, so I'm just going to use the same example as I used in my previous video when I was doing Service Titan. Okay, so you have, let's say 10 techs, 2 staff in the office, and you're doing about 1.5 million in a year, okay? So year one, you have $79 a month. Well, $79 a month for basic, and that is around $948 if my math is good. Okay, so basically 1 truck, basic, monthly, and under $1,000 for the year, which is cheap. It's fine. It makes sense. It works. Okay. Then you have year 2. Now year 2, you are paying $189 a month, and that's for the essentials package. Okay, and your yearly cost is roughly $2,268. Okay, now you've got 4 techs, so you move up to essentials. It still feels reasonable, okay? Then, year 3, because you're an awesome business owner and you grow your business and you're doing a great job. Now you're into year 3, and you've got, let's say, 10 techs, 2 office staff, and you're doing about 1.5 million per year. Okay, now watch what happens. You're paying $329 a month, 5 employees included, and then the extra seat fees kick in, okay? So then you have 5 extra techs, that's 35 per month, which is 175 for those 5 techs, and then plus the 2 office staff, which is another 70 a month. And then you add it up, then it's no longer 329, it's 574, which is roughly 7K per year. Okay. So subscription alone is roughly $7,000 a year, and that's before the rest. Okay. If you want to process payments on Housecall Pro, let's say payments. If you want to process payments, that is 2.59% on cards, which, well, if you're doing 1.5 million a year, that's around 23 grand per year. Okay, now most growing shops use Housecall Pro money because it's easy to set up. Okay, but again, if you're doing 1.5 million in revenue per year, 60%, let's say, is card volume. That's 900 grand on cards, roughly 2.59% on that per transaction. Again, that is 23 grand a year in processing. Now, to be fair, you'd pay processing somewhere else too, but it still ties you deeper into the platform. Okay. But Housecall Pro isn't done yet. Then you have what I like to call extra stuff, which is add-ons. Okay. Then you have Pipeline, you have Assist, you have Conquer, you have all these different add-ons. Okay. That can turn another 400 to 700 a month pretty fast. Call it $5,000 a year to stay conservative. Okay. Look, realistically, all in, you're looking at around 35 grand per year for Housecall Pro. Okay. And that's not inflation. That's just a different product wearing the same name. And yes, it's still cheaper than Service Titan, but the issue isn't just the bill. The issue is the door. Okay. Now, you have data, payments, workflows, and time. This is the real trap. Housecall Pro would let you cancel month to month, no problem. But there are 4 things that quietly keep growing shops stuck. Number 1, data. You've got years and years of customer history, equipment history, service notes, recurring services, install dates, serial numbers, this and that. Some of that exports cleanly, some of it does not. And the messy part becomes manual work, which means either you do it or you pay someone else to do it. 2, you have payments. Now, if you're using Housecall Money Pro, your cards on file are sitting in their system. You can't just move that over cleanly. So if you switch, recurring auto pay customers need to re-enter their cards on a new system one by one, and it's a pain in the ass. And that probably is going to land on your office team. Number 3 is the workflows. Now, your CSRs learned their booking flow, your techs learned their app. They know their way around. Your dispatchers learn how the system is working. So switching software isn't just switching software, it's retraining your company. And lastly, 4 is time. Now, a clean migration, 4 to 6 weeks if you want to do it right. Most owners don't have 4 to 6 extra weeks laying around. So what happens? You stay another quarter, right? And then 5 years go by and you're still paying too much for software that still can't do what you need. So really, that's the trap. There's no contract, no cancellation fee, just inertia. And to be fair, I don't think this is evil. I think Housecall Pro is a great product for smaller shops. The problem is simple. It was built for one phase. A lot of shops grew out of that phase. So the question is, are you still running your shop, or are you maintaining software you already outgrew? So there's 3 things that you can do this week. Okay. It's free, it's simple, and it's useful. Number 1 is pull your monthly bill, not just subscription. I mean, everything: subscription, add-on, processing. Add up the last 12 months, divide it by 12, and that's your real monthly software cost. Most owners are way off on this number. So use a Figma board if it helps. Draw everything out. Okay. 2 is write down the 3 things you need your software to do that it still can't do. If you're an HVAC, Maybe that's EPA 608 leak rate tracking. I don't know. Maybe that's a warranty registration for Carrier, Lennox, Goodman, whatever it may be. Or perhaps an integration with Johnstone or Ferguson. Maybe it's a flat rate price book margin by SKUs. I don't know. If you can name 3 important things your software still can't do, you've probably outgrown it. Last option, if you want out, Run-A-Call is live at runacall.com. I will personally handle the migration myself, okay? We have 25 founder slots. 16 are taken. We have 9 left. Founding price is $200 a month flat. There's no contract, no protect fees. And for the last 9, I'm doing white glove migration myself on your schedule. That means I handle the data export from Housecall Pro. I sit with your office manager on call. I help re-enroll autopay customers, whatever it may be. I'm there with your techs on day 1. Okay, so week 1, we migrate everything. Month 1, flat pricing that doesn't jump when you hire tech number 20 or tech number 100. Month 2, you're tracking refrigerants, registering warranties, running the shop that you actually have. So look around. It's runacall.com. Scroll around, look around. It's free. There's a free trial. If it's a fit, I'll be in your inbox the same day. Okay. Next week, I can break down other videos. I can break down the EPA 608 refrigerant trap if that interests you, the one that costs you $40,000, I think, per day per violation. It's pretty crazy. And if your software isn't tracking that, you're probably exposed. So subscribe. And if I've got anything wrong here, if your bill looks different, if migration was easy for you, if you left Housecall Pro and you want to tell people how amazing the transition was to another software, drop it in the comments or email me, because the whole point of doing this in public is to get challenged. So challenge it and see you next week.